Okay, today we're doing Module 8, Descriptive Statistics, S.ID.6-9, Level 1 Reteach. The table below shows the sales of Flour Company from the year 2007 through 2012. 12. Construct a scatter plot of the sporadic data set on the grid. So you notice the first thing I did is I need to number our axes. So I already pre-numbered mine. I am starting at 2007 all the way up to 2014. I am going to make a gap, which is like a little squiggly line right here. So I'm squishing the data down and I'm going from 300 all the way up. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph and plot these points. You can pause the video. I'm going to quickly graph them myself and then we'll touch bases soon. Now, you need to draw a line of best fit or the line of regression through the data points. So you got to kind of figure out where it's going to hit. It's going to be a kind of a rough estimate, and our answers will vary, but they should be kind of close, but they will vary. So if you have different points and use different points than I did, your answers will be a little bit off than mine. But that's okay. That's what a line of best fit is. It's statistics and not everything is perfect. So I'm just going to put my data point and I am going to go from here to here. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this point right here, and I'm going to use my point right here on the y-axis. So the 2 points that I chose to use are the following: 0 and 304 and 4 and 395. Then we need to find the equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my slope. So m would equal 395 minus 304, and 4 minus 0, I get 91 over 4, or 22.75, which you would round to 22.8. Now, that would be my m. My slope my y-intercept would be 304. So my equation will be 22.8x plus 304. Now I'm going to be using this equation for the next two problems. According to your equation, in what year will the sales reach about 5,000? So I know when I'm saying 5,000, that is going to be my y value. So that's where I'm going to plug in to this equation up here, and I'm going to put in 500, and I'm going to get 22.8, and then divide by, I'm going to subtract that by 304, and I get 196, and then I'm going to divide, and I'm going to get x equals 8.59. So I'm going to say about 9 years. Taking a look at this. What would your prediction of sales for the year 2020? So when you think about it, if we know that this was 0, then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to keep going on all the way out to 2015. And that would be my n. So my year would be 15. I would be using 15 for x. So x equals 15. So then I'm going to plug that in for x. So I do y equals 22.8 times 15 plus 304. I'm going to multiply, and then I'm going to add my numbers together. So it's going to be about $646. So let's try another one, another scatter plot. So taking a look at this, the table gives the number of hours spent in studying for a science exam on the final exam. So again, we need to draw a scatter plot and draw a line of best fit. So if you kind of look at how I numbered mine, I went by 1s on the bottom, and then I did a gap, and I went by 4s. So I'm going to have you pause the video again. I want you to graph, and then we'll touch bases in just a moment. So I drew my line of best fit right here. So I'm going to use this point and this point. So the points that I used, and again, we talked about this earlier, your answers will vary depending on what point you have, but it should be around it. Statistics, we don't get the exact answer. We don't always do that. The only way we get an exact answer is if we were going to be using a graphing calculator, and then we will all get the same answer. But since we're not, our answers are going to vary from from person to person. So as you see that as I was talking, I quickly solved to find my slope. Then I'm going to get my equation. So my equation would be y equals 6.5x. And I see that it hits the y-intercept at 64. So now I am going to predict the grade of a student who studied for 6 hours. So that means my x would be 6. So I'm going to do y equals 6.5 times 6 plus 64. So y equals 39 plus 64. So y equals 103. 103 on an exam? Let's think about that one. Could this line go on forever? Why or why not? No, because students cannot study forever and grades cannot increase forever. It stops at 100. You don't get 103% on a test. It's going to stop. So this doesn't really make sense, but that's what our prediction would be on this statistics plot. Thanks for listening and have a fantastic day. Bye.